Good greetings. I'm Rusty Dog and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Guys, this one's going to be pretty special, I think. Um, yeah, you don't want to miss this one. Trust me. So, what do we have? This is a Boeing. Yeah, a Boeing 247D that first took flight on September 5th, 1934, I believe. So it's almost 100 years old now. And it's got to be probably one of the best modeled planes I've seen in terms of actual physical modeling and the detail that's gone into this thing. So we're going to be taking a look at this plane and checking it out and its features, and you guys are in for a surprise here. This is just a preview for me, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it off the ground, but in this flight, in this video, because I've only just grabbed it. I didn't even see that. Look at this. Look at the interior detail here. I'm just teasing you guys before we get to the inside of this plane. There's stuff inside this plane you won't even imagine. Now, we are in the United States, which is where this thing flew, I think, mainly. I believe so. I have to read more about it. Look how close those propellers get to the body. Guys, this plane, like I said, nearly 100 years old now. So, in terms of the modeling and the detail that's gone into this is like the next step up. This is like top shelf stuff, and it's the price, guys. The price on this thing, which is $20, just under £15. $20 for this. I mean, you're basically stealing it. So, what does it have that other planes don't have? Well, it's the opposite way around. It's what doesn't it have that other planes have. It doesn't have GPS, it doesn't have autopilot, it doesn't even fly via VORs or beacons. No, it doesn't do any of that. It flies, you navigate, guys, via an AM radio with Morse code. Yeah, I know. So, you better start learning Morse code. Actually, I don't think even you have to do that. Let's go inside and check this thing out, guys, because it's incredible. Okay. We have chocks. Let's have a look at the outside detail first before we go in. I'm going to see if I can get my drone. Will this actually work here? Yeah, okay. So, let's take the drone around and have a look at this. And I'll tell you some of the things about this outside of this plane. Now, you see these engines? Well, if you don't monitor the oil temperatures, these things will set on fire. No, I mean, like, they really will. Look at the modeling. Look at the modeling. Look how close up I am. These things will go on fire. Literally. There's a fire extinguisher on board the plane, and you may need it. Now, get this. Also, there are oils that you use. There are 4 different grades of oil. If you use the wrong oil in the wrong place, yeah, it's not going to go well for you, I suspect. Also, to start the plane, you have to start it from outside. You have to hand crank the flywheel, which I think would be in here, maybe? Oops. I know I'm going a bit too fast on the old... I think you have to hand crank the flywheel, and I don't know, that might be the hole for it, I don't know. Oh, it might be the one down below. Actually, oh, there we go. Now, here's the thing. I know you can do it yourself, Maybe because in the drone mode it doesn't let you. Yeah, oh, please don't tell me it's tough to fly, Artful. I can imagine. But yeah, you have to. You can get crew to do this, but you have to hand crank the flywheel yourself. And I think it also has a persistent mode. I don't know whether that is something that is optional. I would hope it is. Persistent mode basically means that if you put any wear or damage on the engines, or you waste the battery, that's I'll come to that in a moment. If you waste the battery, whatever, it's going to be in the same state it is the next time you fly it. So it's essentially your plane. Now, batteries, yes. You don't want to be putting too much electrical stuff on in the plane, like music. It has got music from the 1920s and 30s. Or radio stations. You don't want to be using too much electrical equipment at the same time, because you can discharge the battery, and that's not going to be good while you're flying. Yeah, chitty chitty bang bang. So let's take a look at the interior. This will be my first look. I've had a look at the cockpit only, but look, just look at this. Curtains. I mean, that's a bit of an omen, isn't it? Because it's going to be curtains for me if I don't fly this right. So this is a United Airlines livery. I love all the missing paint. Guys, the detail in here is just crazy. I love it. Oh, what's the little stepovers? I mean, what? Oh, we don't even have to do this in drone mode, guys. Hold on. Let's put this drone somewhere where it's supposed to be. Somewhere around the back of the plane. Maybe like there, perhaps. Okay, let's get on board. This also has this, a fuse box. And during flight, fuses can actually pop. Thankfully, we have some spare fuses as well, I think, that they give us. So we can pop fuses in during the flight. This is what I've been reading. That's all I can say. A crystal switch. What? These are your radios. This is the radios. Oh, God. And look at the detail here. And don't expect to see your altimeter right in front of you, because it isn't. You're basically monitoring temperatures in Fahrenheit. So I think this is engine or oil temp. That goes up to 600, but I'll have a look at the gauges, because I have to yet show you guys the manuals, which are incredible. Manifold pressure gauge, fuel quantity gauge selector. There's no checklist as such up here, but wait till you see what they've done instead. You get no less than 7 PDF files with this, and files for little nav map. Oh, wow. This is just amazing. Yeah. You can't even fly. You cannot even fly via VOR or even beacons, because this predates even that. It's AM radio, flying using Morse code from radio station to radio station, I think, right? It's got cabin heat. Okay. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Does this work? Everything works here. Look, 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 the window. Ready? Clear the prop. Wow. Right. I haven't even gone through the manual, and I should have, but you know me. Look at this door. You don't just click it open, you have to pull it open. So I hold down, because look, the handle works. Look, hold on. Look, it actually works. Now, I have to move the mouse to the right, and it will actually open the door. There's that cabin that we were looking at earlier. There's a washroom there. I'll bet they've got one as well, but it's all... Hey, a disaster. Yes, it may all end that way. There's a ticking. There's a clock in here, guys. I hear it ticking. Is it a clock? You'd think there'd be some kind of time thing. Newspapers here, guys, in case you want to read the newspapers. Is there a date? Can we read it? No, not quite. Let's close the door behind us, which is basically just grabbing hold and then sliding to the left. We have Pilot A. Tarrant and Flight Officer W. Jacobs. Okay. I want to find the source of that ticking, guys. It's going to annoy me. The ticking doesn't annoy me. I don't mean that. I mean, what's going to annoy me is not knowing where the clock is. It sounds like a clock. I've got no directional sound here, so I can't figure out where the hell it is. Where would you put a clock in here? You'd think it'd be pretty big. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Is it a clock? I don't know. Fire extinguisher located inside. I wouldn't surprise me if all of these panels work. They don't. Does that? Of course the toilet works, yeah. Washroom. So I guess we grab... this is a bit disconcerting. Doesn't even got a lock on it. Come on then. Oh God. Okay, with that I've got to go to the left. Yeah, that's just going straight out, isn't it? Unlike the Concorde, on Concorde you can actually lift the lid and flush. Okay. Water tank, soap, little tap. Oh, I mean, I would be scared to even get in this plane, knowing that fuses are blowing and engine fires can happen if you don't put the right oil and don't monitor the temperatures. Okay. The only thing there is that there's no sound for the I don't think. Yeah, there's no sound for the thing, for the doors. Hold on. It looks to me like we're still in desktop mode from before. That's okay. Yeah, game capture mode not working now. Thanks. Oh, wait a minute. I think it is actually working. Bear with me, guys. I just want to switch to game capture mode. It's just a bit easier for me. Okay. Transition. There we go. Nice. Okay. So everyone's got a little leaflet thing. I'm not guaranteeing a flight today, by the way. Ticking time bomb. Is this an Indiana Jones plane? It wouldn't surprise me. It is certainly of that era. Okay, the clock's getting louder. Maybe it's in the cockpit. Don't give me a ticking sound and no clock. That's just going to annoy me. I would have seen it by now. But I don't hear it in the cockpit. I'm expecting a round dial with Roman numerals and... Is it a time bomb? I'm starting to think so. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Individual reading lights. No, no. Oh Christ. Why? There's no power to the plane yet, but it's not, so it wouldn't function, but still. Working? That's insane. Working individual cigarette, like ashtrays. Holy crumbs. Are you kidding? Yeah, the developer here is Wings42. I've left a link in the description for this. Guys, the price of this plane is crazy. It's like I said, it's $20, and what you get for this is a flying lesson, basically. Should we try and switch this thing on? Now, before we do, I want to show you some of the manuals that you get here in Adobe Acrobat. So let's just switch over to that. Now, we have this instrument. Some of these are scanned like the real thing. Joker Man, hey, and Steve Abrahart, hey. Talk about a nasty surprise for someone on the ground, yeah? Did you do the Salvation Secret CG, or are you not in the bubble? I am so far away from the bubble right now. I'm about 30,000 light years, 31,000 light years away from the bubble. Yeah, have you not been following my Elite Dangerous streams? No, I'm way out. Way out. So, check this out, guys. This is Instrument Flight Part 2 that you get. We haven't got a Part 1. Training Division, but these look like the actual original documentation. Look. That's the position my plane's going to be in if I try and fly it. It's because you have to keep monitoring oil temperatures. Because if you don't, yeah, trouble. Look, I've got to go through some of this, guys, and whenever a close coil of wire is charged with an alternating electrical current, oh, I love this. This is such history here. This is from way back. It's all about flying via Morse code. So you're just going to hear the Morse code from each radio beacon. Beep, 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 beep. And then you've got to like fly towards that. And it's going to be amazing. I don't even know how to do that. We have this tutorial, which looks very official. So I guess we would go through this. This is, yeah, there you go, A and N. So you've got your Morse code here, which is a dot dash, and N, which is a dash dot. A and N together looks like a long beep. Morse for N is dot dash. Oh my God. This is scary stuff. So anyway, we got that. We got radio facilities, classroom use only. Look at the documents though. It looks like, I don't know, have they really scanned this from a book? Because it certainly looks like it. I mean, this is some proper documentation here. These are your, I don't even know what to call these. Charts, are they? These are all, it says radio facilities in the USA. So I don't know whether we're going to be restricted to flying this thing within the US. Here we've got the actual, this is the actual manual for the plane. There she is. And if you crash this, the propellers will bend backwards if you crash this. Yes, now here they are the first ones to use this propotronic physics engine. It's not a physics engine, but it's a method of physics that they're using. Yeah, here we go. Propertronic is a set of algorithms derived from real-world physics and engineering to simulate more realistic systems. The algorithms were first introduced in our Lockheed Vega for P3D FSX and constantly improved over the past years. It's custom-coded Propertronic physics engines. Propertronic. That sounds like something out of the 80s, doesn't it? Yeah, route charts. Yeah, it looked it, didn't it? That's the actual flight manual to the 247. Well, this one. That's this one. Not this one, though. Not the one we're looking at right now. It's too modern. And it talks about, yeah. It talks about the DEBs. Oil consumption, 1.2 gallons per hour. So the flight ceiling, guys, is 25,000 feet, maximum speed 225, cruising 189. I'm going to remember that number, 189, because I don't want to overstretch the engines for fear of them failing. Holy crumbs. We've got a wobble pump, a primer, parking brake, ventilation. The first picture's not even talking about the main dials. Whiskey compass. Right, so your airspeed indicator and your altimeter are in the middle, which is not where you would normally find them. You'd normally find them right in front of you, but no, not here. An 8-day clock. That can't be the one that's ticking, though. Oil temp gauges over on this side. Keep your eyes on those. From what I've read about this plane, you got to keep your eyes on those. Electrical switches, ammeter, feathering buttons, gear indicator, engine temp. Right, so your main one is your engine temp and your fuel gauges at the bottom. Engine temperature gauge selector. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. Friction lock, propeller, throttles, mixture, master, battery switch. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, we'll have a look at that. What's the wobble pump for? Well, we've got one of these on the Spitfire. What does it do, guys? Anyone know? That's your rudder trim down there. In-op. Okay. In-op switches. Now then, de-icing. Elevator trim, fuel tank distribution dial. Oh, right. That's familiar. Engine distribution dial. Compass light rear start. Engine ignition master. Magnetos. Okay, so all I need to know now is the fuel, which would be here, right? This is all gonna go wrong, guys. This is gonna go on fire. The Wing 42 Boeing 247 features a fully simulated, albeit invisible, ground crew to interact with. That's a shame that they're invisible, isn't it? I love the names, though. Jack Norton, there's an old name for you. Jack Norton, Heinrich Adler, and Howard Miller. These are our ground crew that we will never be able to see. Oh, the clipboard. Let me take you into the clipboard, guys. Wobble pump primes the fuel system. Now, I was wondering about that because that's what I figured, but then why do they have another primer button here? Anyway, look. Here's our clipboard, guys. Oh my god, I love this plane. Prepare the aircraft. Now, you can click this and the crew or the flight officer, I guess, will do everything for you. Like, if I want to crank the flywheel manually, I presume I can do that. It says you can. You have to crank the flywheel over manually to start the plane. Like, you have to be outside of the plane to do this. And I guess it'll run through these, right? Can we close this? Okay, let's open it. Let's have a look on the outside of the plane. And let's see if we can get a better look at this. So, passenger door. present. If I click close, wouldn't it take the stairs away? Have a look. No, it is an actual separate thing. Okay. Passenger stairs removing. I'm assuming they are. Oh, it's still working on that. There you go. And wheel chocks. We can get rid of those. Jack Norton reporting in. Baggage cart front. Oh! Loading platform. Wait a minute. Front cargo door. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Front cargo door. Opening. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god. The nose is opened. Baggage cart rear. It just says away. Oh, on the way. Okay, right, okay. Rear cargo door. I want to hear the 1930s and music that you get on this as well. Rear cargo door. Closed. Let's open that. I want to see where it is. On the other side, perhaps? Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, right. Yeah, there's actually a separate room in there, so to speak. Let's get rid of that. And let's put ladders on the engines here. Look, look. Bringing a ladder to the left engine. Yeah, old wooden ladders. So you must need this then to crank over the flywheel. Maybe it is in that hole then, or I don't know. Where does the... Yeah, I don't know how to do it manually. Hey, Commander Steve Zodiac, how you doing, man? Welcome. Yes, so this ladder is literally, I think, for climbing up and then cranking the thing over, but I don't know how to do it manually. Maybe I have to have these guys do it, and then I'll figure out how to do it myself at another time. I love how it actually takes them time to just take it away. Lovely. See, this is winding up the flywheel. Manual start. Get the ladder. Attach the starter crank. Right. But at what point do we do this? I mean, obviously... we want to get the batteries on first, don't we? Or do we? Do we not want to get the batteries on already? We don't want to waste the batteries either. We can't be doing that. Battery compartment closed. Opening. Oh, crumbs. Oh, apparently, guys, you can... apparently you can, like, remove the engine cowlings. Yeah, like that. Have you ever seen anything like this? They actually give you 4 different grades of oil to use. You better make sure you use the right ones in the right places. I think we need to go into drone view in order to get the full detail here. Oops. I do want to hear this thing start up, I have to admit. God. Can't believe, even in here. I'm sure these engine covers come off as well, these ones that we're looking at. I'm sure they come off as well. Because I'm almost certain I've seen a picture of them off. I love how it's even... is that the flywheel? No. I don't even know what I'm looking at, guys. No, you can't... no, the flywheel's just inside that cowling. Let's have a look and see if we can Okay, so this is 7 parts off. Holy Christ. Yeah, you can remove all of these bits in 7 different stages. I've never seen the like of this. No idea, Steve. I've not even heard of that one. Lockheed Model 10 Electra. I don't know, mate. I wish I had an answer for you. I haven't heard of it, like at all. So I'm assuming that this is where the cranking handle would go into. And then they've modeled all of this. So the flywheel is in here then? When I think of flywheel, I just think of the one that's in a car. And it's not like that at all, is it? I just love the detail on the metal as well. Like this, is this an exhaust, I guess? The catalytic convert? No, it's not. Now is a good time to put the ladder on. I can't believe the detail they've put into this. This is what I was talking about when I said about having passion for doing the models, you know. There's a lot of developers out there that just don't go to these lengths. Like, look down here, right, look. This thing. Can't really get any closer. Look. You can pretty much read, well, sort of. Bendix scintilla. My God. All right, let's get it all back together. I think for the first time starting up, we should have the we should definitely have the ground crew do everything. We'll go through the checklist, I think, and get the plane started. See, top up, oil change. See, you've got different grades, right? I think. Can we change it somehow? Yeah. These are, you put the one in for the temperature of where you are right now. So if you're in a cold climate or a warm climate, you have to use the right grade of oil. If I do an oil change, you see, you can select. Is this the Amelia Earhart plane? Is that right? Well, that makes this plane a little bit more special. Is that right, Steve? That's amazing. I didn't know that. I hadn't actually realized it. So this is for the temperature range of. Before each flight, the level of each oil tank should be inspected and, if necessary, topped up. And they're not kidding. They mean this. You have to top it up, especially if the plane's in a persistent state, but I don't know whether you can turn that on or off. The choice of oil grade should be made dependent of the outside temperature range. Yeah. But I work in centigrade. I don't work in Fahrenheit, so I'm going to have to calculate my Fahrenheits. Unless there's a temperature dial in here. And yeah, you literally have to use the right grade of oil. So we're using SAE 30, which works between 20 and 95 Fahrenheit. Is that good for now, though? Oh, she disappeared in the Lockheed Vega. Oh, see. Okay, I'm sorry. So how do we find out the outside temperature? Is there a way in the cockpit to find out? So let's have a look. I wonder if they had it in those days. Outside temperature gauge. Yes, we've got one. It's the one on the right-hand side. Okay, I don't think I can see it from here, so let's put the checklist away just for a second. I don't know if it will hold the position. And it's in Fahrenheit. I don't have to do any calculations. So we are 52,468, 58 Fahrenheit outside. But that's down here. What about up there in the sky? Okay, it has remembered the page. Fantastic. So we're on the right oil. We're on the right oil, thankfully. If we're in hotter climates, we're going to have to switch to SAE 50. Oh, God, this is so good. Does it need topping up? I don't know. Should we do it anyway? It should be, right? Yeah, we'll go through it in a second. Now, navigation. I have no idea. I'll just use little nav map. Set your squawk codes here. Now, bearing in mind, guys, I believe that this plane did not have a transponder. But for people who want to use VATSIM and stuff, they've included this here so that you can have a transponder for people who want to use VATSIM. So this is just an add-on that they've given you in order to do that. Radio range transmits A and N signals. So we've got A on this side, N on that side, A on that side, N on this side. Where the two signals overlap, a constant tone is received. Oh, of course it would. Because one's playing a dot and a dash, the other one's playing a dash and a dot. Overlay the two, you just get a constant tone. In the diagram, aircraft 1 receives an A signal, while aircraft 2 is flying northbound on the beam and receives a constant tone. So we're getting an A signal here to let us know that, like, how do we intercept the constant tone? Do we just keep flying until we get a... No. I have to learn how to do this, guys, and I'm really, really looking forward to doing that. So yeah, here's your people. Otmar Nietzsche, I think that is, for the modeling. Flight model, Pamela Brooker. Sound design, Zach Spence. Eric Van der Veen. Radio range navigation and flight testing, Don Spence. Absolutely amazing. And the documentation is fantastic as well. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. And let's try and get this thing started. Did it mention anything about battery? Hold on, I am curious about this, guys. Okay, so if I unlock the fuse box, how do I then open it? Oh, okay. You might want to get out the way, mate, because I can't open the thing. Well, they ain't kidding. And apparently, these fuses do blow. Replenishment for spare fuses. These will pop in flight. Courtesy light fuse, landing light. Oh, they're only lights. Gear motor. Please don't pop. Please don't pop that one. The landing gear won't come down. Gear motor. Pitot heat. Feathering pumps. Gear warning. What was that one? Unconnected fuse clip. Okay. Engine instrument lights. Navigation instrument lights. Map light. Compass light. Reading lights. Washroom. Stewardess and washroom. Dome light. Cap. Now, what have we got here? What happened there then? Are these... Oh no. I want to put them back in the box. Generator fuse. It's done them all in one go, though. Maybe if I close the box and then lock it, it'll replenish. That's a stupid thing, but you never know. No. Guys, what do I do now? How do I get it? How do I get them back in the box? I didn't want to use them all. Okay. But this is not the only fuse box here. Oh, come on. And these can all pop as well, I imagine. Avionics, unconnected fuse clip, long wave radio, VHF radio, and dynamotor fuse. How will we know when they pop? I want to hear it. I want to hear them go bang. Crystal radio, we got long wave and short wave. Okay. This is your battery master. Right, let's go through this, guys. Should we try and start it up? I want to hear this thing. What an amazing plane. The modeling they've done on this, I think I would even change my pilot avatar. He looks way too modern. Let's see if we've got someone we can change to that looks a little bit more in keeping. These are all modern looking people. We need some old looking pilots like Biggles. Yeah, they're all modern. Oh, come on. We need to change this now. Right, where's that the casual guy? This dude. We'll put this dude in. Co-pilot, I don't know if there's going to be one, but let's stick this guy in. Because at least have somebody casual in the plane as opposed to... That looks better. As opposed to a guy that looks like he's flying for British Airways or something. Okay, let's go through this, guys, and see if we can get this thing... What? Oh, yeah, that thing. Okay. This is going to be amazing. Now, little nav map, you do get... in little nav map, you do get files where you can... Where it imports all of the radio base stations, I think they are. Yeah. And the music base stations. And you can switch to... I think there's a way of switching to actual music from the 1920s and 30s on this. So I want to hear that. Okay, generator is mounted on the left-hand engine. Vacuum pump for artificial horizon and directional gyro is mounted on the right-hand engine. Turn and bank indicator is supplied by left-hand intake manifold. Best glide rate at 98 miles per hour indicated. Miles per hour. Always keep carburetor above 100 Fahrenheit. I'm getting scared here, guys. Here's our oil temps. What's going on there? Why is it? What's clicking? So this is our fuel amount. Hey, Ares and Defcon and Andy and Seb. How you doing, guys? Welcome. This is my first of 2 streams today, I imagine. Oh, now, how do we get the... How do I get the... I mean, I could just press the B key. Oh, it's down there. It's tiny, though. I can't zoom in anymore. Let's see if we've got a METAR for where we are. I don't even know where I am. I'm here. I'm at Cherry Point, Cunningham Field. And we are... Oh, it's going to give me the wrong number. No, it's not. It's not 2987. I thought it was going to give me one of those. Okay. So we want 2987 here. I can't get closer than I am. 29... Oh, God. There? Is that it? 29... I can't see. Okay, let's just press B and see how close I was. Yeah, not even close. Oh, there we go. Okay, so 296, 299 is that? 29... what? Yeah, 298. Okay, that's 298. and then there's a 7. Yeah, okay, I got you. I can barely see it though. Anyway, so that's that done. Always keep the carburetor above 100 Fahrenheit. Okay, where is the carburetor temperature? Is that the same as... Wait a minute. Let me just put the clipboard away a second. What's this? So this is the temperature gauge selector. Left hand engine, right hand engine. Is that supposed to be in the middle? Did you see that needle bounce? Look. Wow. The hell. Right. I'm looking, guys, at the gauges to try and find the carburetor temp gauge, if there is such a thing. And if there isn't, which one would it be? Hey. And what's this dial here? Okay, we're going to have to... Can we employ yoke gun? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is fuel in gallons. We have engine temperature here. Engine temperature gauge selector. Oh, I see. So if I want the temperature of the right-hand engine, I switch to there and it shows me here, rather than having 2 gauges. What is C, 4 and 1? What's all that up? Is C carburetor? Is that carburetor? Are these the... C the carburetor? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It looks like this silver button here looks like a mouse from... It looks like a mouse as viewed from the top. Anyway, ignore that. Fuel quantity gauge selector. So this doesn't change where the fuel's coming from, right? This just tells you how much is in the main and how much is in the auxiliary. That's right hand fuel gauge. Does that mean there's a left hand? I've got so many questions. Fuel quantity gauge, pull and release. This plane is incredible. How many engines do we have? We have 2 engines on this DEFCON. You guys should, if you have missed it, go back to the beginning where I'm looking around the inside of the plane. This thing is crazy. Even the lights and the ashtrays all open and work individually. This I'm going to need. Oh yeah. By the way, if things go wrong with the engine temperatures and whatnot, these actually do set on fire. Flames will be coming out of here. I ain't kidding. That is true. It does this. Flames will be coming out. Look at these cabling. Okay. So what's got 100 degrees on it that could be to do with a carburetor? I've got manifold, pressure. Okay. It doesn't actually say anything here on the gauges about carburetor temp, so I'm assuming we have got engine temperature, outside air temperature. Okay. Let's get the clipboard again, guys, and go through this. So let's pull. We actually have to pull it down, which I like. Carburetor heat has to be above 100. See, and I don't want to push the engines either because I don't want anything to go wrong. 1 minute emergency. Oh God, continuous emergency. I don't want to know about that. La 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 la, I don't want to know. All right. Payload, weight and balance. Now, is this the same where if I go into weights and balances and add a... Oh, there's a co-pilot already added. So why haven't they appeared? Mail? Mail? How much mail? And the passengers, of course, 10 passengers, luggage, oil left, oil right. What if we don't add any oil? That's not good, right? We need to, we need to add some, I suppose so. I don't think this actually draws passengers in. I don't think so. We can have a look, but I don't think so. It would be cool if it did. Especially like old people in like period dress. No. Maybe there's somebody in the bathroom. There's that ticking again. Don't give me a ticking clock and no clock. I suppose maybe they didn't add one because they couldn't make it like run, but I don't see why not. It's not behind the door, is it? No. Not behind the door. I was wondering about these racks, whether they come down or not, because I think they don't, right? You put stuff behind them and it just holds it in. What's with this one? Oh God. Oh no. Oh guys, I've screwed it. Can it go back on? Oh please. Oh, thank God for that. I love it. I love that the lights work, and I love the ashtray working. Hello. Yeah, kind of hard to get into the toilet now, but it's there. Okay. C equals centigrade. Yes, centigrade. Yes, I would say so. Okay, I'm trying to move back. I don't know if it'll let me just go through the door. Yep, okay, cool. All right. So we've got a bit of a payload. What does that say? Fuel. Okay. This one's going to prepare the aircraft, I guess, by doing this and loading. Yeah, do it. Right, so all these guys are at work now, doing their things. So they're going to be preparing the aircraft ready for flight and stuff, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Anything on the outside. Okay. All right, there's cargo going in and stuff. And we've got something on the back. That's gone in, some luggage. Whoa, what's going on here? We have a movie. We're watching a movie. Oh, there's things, look. Things going in. Mail. We're delivering mail, guys. Honestly, one of the best planes I've got in the sim. And but I paid £14.67 for it. It's crazy. It's stupid. But they are doing it at this price point to be, so they can be maybe encouraging others to kind of match this kind of price point. But what you get for the money in this is incredible. Okay, now the chocks are still there though. Are these guys still busy? No. So we can remove the wheel chocks. Okay, so did they do anything here? I don't know. I don't know if they changed anything. I'm not even going to check. Let's just go next page. Okay, we're going to try and do this manually. But I don't understand how you do this before, because surely you need, oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing things. Let's have a look. The Pratt & Whitney engines come equipped with Eclipse inertia starters. To save weight, the starters were not outfitted with electric motors and instead have to be operated manually. A hand crank is provided in the nose cone of the aircraft. What? Okay. the crank is utilized to spin. Do I have to go and get it out the nose? I don't think so, right? The crank is utilized to spin the flywheel of the starters up to sufficient rotational velocity. Afterwards, the clutch, located on the bottom on the outwards of the nacelles, is pulled to mesh the flywheel with the crankshaft and the engine. Engines can either be started by your ground crew with an assisted start, in other words, the green buttons, or your self-manual start. But what I don't understand, guys, is to start the engines, don't we have to have like the batteries on and avionics running and everything else, fuel, everything else ready to go before we do this? Surely. Attach the starter crank. Might as well put the ladder on there for authenticity. Switch to left engine camera. Default, press Control 6. Crank starter until sufficient RPM. Mesh flywheel with crankshaft. Control 6. Not working. Yeah, not working. So the saved cameras, maybe I'm missing something, but we can get out there anyway. Oh, left engine, sorry, what am I doing? Okay, I can't do it from here, but maybe drone cam will let me do it. Where am I grabbing? If I can indeed grab. Yeah, it's not letting me grab from the drone cam. I don't have the Control 6 thing working. So that is a Control 6 would be a camera that they would have loaded in. Oh, okay. It's numpad 6 then. How do you mesh? That's gonna... Right, but we've got to get... Okay, but we've got to get the things, right? We've got to get everything, like the fuel and stuff, going first, right? Surely. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, let's come out of drone. Get inside. I'm trying to get back inside the plane. There we go. Nope. Which is the cockpit view? It should be numpad point. It's not, and it is, well, it should be. There we go. Yeah, wrong view mode. I think we do this. Let's do one automatic. It can't start though. We haven't got anything going. You're not going to be able to start it, boy. Is Mr. Norton doing this? Yep, Jack Norton. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do it. Okay, well, we'll give him another go a bit later. Once we get everything else ready to go. So, place the oil pans. have to remove the engine compartments, right? We've got a guy on each side, I guess. This interface below can be used to get access to parts of the aircraft that are otherwise hidden by panels. For your safety, blah, 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 make sure all access panels, close all access panels and reattach all cowling parts prior to starting the engines. Furthermore, remove all additional equipment before taxiing. Yeah. Okay. I've still got the cranking handle in there. Is that going to matter? Okay, what are we doing now? Place the oil pans. Oh, there they are, underneath the thing. There's actually oil in them. Yeah, got a bit messy there. And it's a different oil splatter on that one than it is on this one. Excellent. I cannot... Yeah, anyway, never mind. I'm just loving this aircraft. Okay. It's going to be a slow start though, guys, because I have to learn this. Battery compartment. So I guess we can, yeah, we can just pretend we've done the oil change, right? So let's put all the engine back together. Which it actually does animate it. It's, yeah. We can now remove the ladders from both sides. And we can remove the oil pans from both sides. Battery compartment closed, gear fairing removed. Is that a good thing? Oh, okay. Gear fairing. Let's see what happens now. Installing. How long are you going to take, Jack? Okay, little way. And he's done. What's he just done? Okay, remove. I want to see if I can see a difference. Removing the gear fairings. We're talking about landing gear here, right? Yeah, it was those little triangle pieces that was there. Okay, I'm assuming that they're for something. But if you want to experience the Wing 42 without any malfunctions, oh, okay. So we can actually, yeah, you can actually make it simpler for yourself and untick all those three things. Let's leave them. But here's the thing though, right? Electrical failures. If you have that ticked, is that guaranteed you're going to have one on every single flight? You know, this is like fuses blowing. Is that going to be on every single flight? I wonder. Okay, let's top up the oil on both engines. And we know that we're in the right range. So Jack's doing both of those because he's the aircraft mechanic. So he's topping up. It actually tells you everything. Opening up the oil flap. Topping up. See? Closing left oil filler. Opening right oil filler. Topping up right oil tank. Come on, move. And he's done. Something tells me, guys, that this this plane is setting a new benchmark. Oil change, right. And we should read this as well. When pressure falls below 60 psi, the cause should be determined and the trouble remedies. God, we're going to crash. I know it. Right, about navigation, forget that for today. I'll have to figure this out. About the Morse code and stuff, we'll figure that out as we go. Okay, so all we need to do now then, because we don't get a pilot to do everything. So let's make sure wheel chocks removed. All this has to be gone. We can change units here, look. Click to change units. Kilograms and pounds. Okay, that's good. I like that. All right. So there's actually no checklist here to start the plane, but that will be in the manual, I would imagine. Shall we see if we can work it out? Because it's not difficult, is it? It's like a car. It just needs fuel, a spark, and power. So, oh guys, is that on or off? I guess that's on, right? Tank selector. Oh, there's no both. It's left and right. So we're gonna, like every 15, 20 minutes, we're gonna have to be switching from left to right tanks. Engine distributor dial. Let's just put that to both. I'm just guessing now. This is pure guesswork. Okay, there's the magneto. So we'll do that just before we're ready to start the engines up. De-icing. Oh my god, they actually had that. Right, I don't want to waste the battery because the battery does actually drain, so... It's kind of got me curious as to whether we do have batteries. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing the magnetos later. Engine selector. So we want left. I'm going to start the left engine first. Manifold pressure gauge for the left. Guess we've got a... We actually have to drag these across. I don't know, where's that wobble pump thing? Do you have to actually wobble it or something? We're never going to get this thing started. Well, not manually, I don't think. All right. Oops, we're missing magnetos. Okay, everything's set for the left engine. I think. I don't know. If this starts up, I'll be amazed. Now, just mesh the flywheel. There we go. That's a no then. Okay. I guess we can just cheat our way to get the engine started for now, just to get it flying. Oh, actually, before we do that, we better get rid of that lot. Yeah, this is just preparing the aircraft for flight. It's not actually going to start the plane up or any such thing. Okay, it's done. So, I'll have to go through the manual to figure this out. Not the manual, there's actually a tutorial which I can go through. Well, I'll do that on the next vid, I think. So, Control E then. Feels like a bit of a cop-out, but... Is it Control E? It should be. Maybe it's not going to work with this plane. Oh god. Please tell me it's going to work. It's not doing anything. Uh-oh. We may have to just start on the runway. Elevator trim crank. Maybe. Mixture. I'll pop that up to the top first, right? I guess. I don't know. Propeller control. Were they locked? No, it wasn't locked, was it? Friction lock. What the hell is that? I don't know what this is doing, guys. And throttle. Oil shutter lever. Down or up? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? I think we should just start on the... this is completely intimidating, DEFCON. Like, completely. Like, even just the radio navigation and stuff is just insane here. What if that's on? Oh, you push on and you pull for off. So yeah, that is on. But what's this side to side thing? Oh, okay, it's not side to side. Right, so that's the battery on now. Should we have another go at cranking it? We'll have one more go. But I think it was already in the right spot. I don't know. I think it was. Yeah, and you can actually... It's cool that you can actually wind the flywheel up yourself. Manually. Because when they were saying things like that, oh, you can manually crank it up. There's 4 grades of oil you can choose, depending on the outside temperature. And I'm thinking to myself, how are they going to simulate all of that? How are they going to make that work? But they do. They do make it work. Yeah, we're going to have to start on the runway. Unfortunately, for now, seeing as how it's my first flight. So let's do that. We'll start it on the runway, because we want to hear the plane, right? And flying this is going to be... Well, just it'll be an achievement just to get it off the ground and turned around and then landed back on the runway. Look at the runway config here. Now, I have to say that I'm not expecting to be able to fly this. It doesn't have flaps either on the wings because it's pretty good at it. Apparently the wings, because they're quite large, they generate lift very, very well. So it doesn't need flaps, apparently. Next I'll have us hand cranking the gears, the undercarriage in. 1934 was the first flight. September the 5th, 1934 was the first time this plane ever flew. So, we're not far away from it being a 100-year-old aircraft. 12 years. 88 years old. 88 years since the last flight, yeah. Okay, that's making a noise. That compass is going to need to settle. No! 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 You can't even do it. You can't even do that. Why? What? Propeller. Mixture. Had to be. Oh, God. Let's put this up. Guys, what the hell? It won't even do it that way. You literally are going to have to do this manually. By the looks of it. Even Flight Sim can't do it. Wait. There is another way. There is a way, guys. I don't know if it'll work. And it'll kill me if it doesn't. Slew mode. It's the only way. Because as soon as we come out of slew mode in the air, the engine should automatically be on. Here we go. Ah! We're flying. Now I don't want to give it too much push. What about lights on the gauges? No chance. Oh wow, it is smooth, guys. Holy crumbs. This thing is really smooth. And there's no autopilot, so the whole thing is manual, but you can use pitch trim to keep the plane up. You see the handle at the bottom right getting moved? That's me altering the pitch trim or elevator trim, whatever you want to call it. So you stay in the air. You stay in the air, okay? Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't. And don't go on fire either. What's in here? Peepholes? Oh God. You can even peep on the passengers. Right. Even the fabric details are great. Show me that this works. It doesn't show here, but I wonder if at night it makes a difference. Oh, the wheels don't go all the way in either. Wow, listen to this thing. Oh my God. The sounds are incredible. I mean, they're quite distorted, which is probably a good thing. Oh my Lord. What about if I, open a window? Well, right, shouldn't that be louder because we're right next to the engine there? This is seriously good. Oh, radio, guys. How do we get the music? Why is this dancing? Nav instruments. Wow, okay. Maybe we should have a look at also at nighttime. Right, how do I put the radio on? Is it all up here? Frequency. Okay, that's one of the beacons, but I don't know which one. Each city or each beacon has its own signal. So like Wyoming would have its own Morse code beep, and this is how you navigate. That's A. That's Morse code for A. How do you get the music? That's N. That's N now. I'm gonna have to learn this. So that's A on that side. Am I supposed to be reading this as well? And by the way, some of this stuff drains the battery too. What I don't know is how to make the music. That's almost continuous. Does that mean we're on the right path for something? Cessna training. Yeah, it's great. The training in SFS is good. Let's see if I can find out how to do the music, guys. So, tutorial. So we've got music frequencies in a little nav map. Note that the radio music stations outside of the USA are fictional. But how do I tune one in? I do have a little nav map running, but what I don't know is how to tune the thing in. Okay. Do you have to fly over one of the beacons to get it? Maybe. So where am I? Trying to get a little nav map to give me an idea of where I am compared to where the nearest music beacon is. It looks like it doesn't want to follow my... Oh, and you also get a performance file as well for a little nav map, which is handy for flight planning, if you can indeed do any flight planning in this. So far the engines are not whinging. Oil temperature looks okay, right? These are just crazy. What is this though? pounds per square inch. How do you get the music? It's so weird that the function that in little nav map that centers your plane in the map is not working now, and that always used to bug me that it would never go away, and now it's almost like it hasn't connected to the sim, but that can't be the case. I have no idea whereabout I am. I know I'm in the States, but I'm not exactly sure whereabout I am. Let's see if we can bring up a map here. So I'm somewhere, I'm there. Is this a thingy? So no flaps then, just gear. I took off from a place called Cherrytown something. I don't know, I just randomly picked one in the US. I want to try and find out how to get the music tuned in, Harris. I know it's not quite the same as the radio that we're supposed to be hearing, but it'd be nice if they just had a button, a fake button that just had... You know, because this is tuning, which goes to certain places. This actually moves. This dial is actually moving. Oh, of course, they've all got the frequency things. Oh, I may know how to do this then. All right. I think a pause in the game would be in order, though. Because I need to be near a station, right? So let's go to use points, import music stations, and I'm annoyed that it's not showing my plane. Wait a minute, I might know why. I might know why it's not showing my plane. I don't know. I don't know if it works this way. Squawk transponder on. Alright, I'm going to come out of little nav map and go back in because it's not performing as I expect it to. I think it gives you a frequency and then you tune that in on the radio. So user points. There's my plane. Okay, so import music stations. Zoom in on me. Okay, so we have a user point. Probably going to crash this plane trying to find out. I can't see a frequency though. But the airport is behind me and it's Cherry Point, ident, It's got ident numbers. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't know what you're doing. It's this here. So we got 250 to 350. What's the number? What's the number? Show me. 20, 45. Oh God, come on. I can't. We're gonna crash while I'm doing this. So that goes to 350, and this is 135225. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. So that's between 250. I don't have one then. I don't have a frequency or a number between those two, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So we're going to gain a bit of altitude and see if we can turn back for the airstrip. I've put some. Well, I've got flags here. Oh, but they're so far out. What do the flags tell me? See, this is what happens when you zoom in on one monitor. It zooms in on Flight Sim as well, which is slightly annoying. But that's how Windows works. So can you not give me more details about what I'm looking at here? Nope. No, it can't. Okay, let's try and make our way back for landing. At least let's try and do that. If we can't get any 1930s cool music. Yeah, I know it shows the process, mate. I do, but I can't read this while I'm here now. And I can't be going through this either. I can't be going through this right now. That's just not an option. They've given us an option to play actual period music, and yeah, that's what I was going for, to try and get some of that going on. But I don't know how to switch between the nav radio and the radio, the music radio. And it would be nice if they'd just given us a little, just a little button, just to make things a little bit easier. But I'm sure it is easy once you know what you're doing. I just don't know what I'm doing. And why would I? This is a whole different... This method of flying is a whole different kettle of fish to tear off panels. Yeah, you can tear off panels on the engine cowling. You don't tear them off, literally. That would be like Incredible Hulk, but you can definitely take them off, and they all kind of nicely animate onto the ground. It's very, very cool. Wait a minute, I've just switched that off. Oh, that's the radio light, okay. I can't guarantee you I'm going to get a landing here, guys, but I'm going to try. I'm doing it all via little nav map visuals. No idea what the heading needs to be. I'm so impressed with this plane though, I really am. I'm only on half throttle, if that. I don't want to push the plane yet. But the speed we're doing seems to be okay. What are we doing anyway? 100 knots, 100 miles an hour maybe, I guess. If it was in miles an hour back then. Because it looked, they made reference to miles an hour, didn't they? Man, the external sounds are just something else. Going to monitor my speed as I descend and hope that I'm lining this up okay. Guys. Okay. I have to pause. The gear's not coming down. And it's not working via the button. So I either need to find out where the gear thing is, it's not all the way down, is it? No, I have to crank it, do I? Oh, sugar. Do I have to crank it? Guys, what the hell? Ah, we're screwed. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted, eh? Of course the gears aren't going to be automatic. There's the carburetor, which they said to maintain over 100 degrees. It's not there, is it? How would I know if it's popped a fuse though? Oh, okay, I see. You click it, and then you click it again, and it replaces the fuse. So where's the one for the gear? Because it was on one of these. fuse boxes. Oh my god! It's worked! The fuse went. It was a fuse. I'll be dipped. You're not supposed to still be running. That was supposed to be on pause. I'm surprised that we weren't allowed to manually crank that down. It was actually a fuse. The white lever, I don't know. I'll check it later. Right now I just want to get this thing down. So I don't know whether there's going to be a fuse blowing on every flight now. But I think as long as we get the gear... This is actually where we took off. I think as long as we get the gear down, we can't complain too much. I should be recording this so we can get an outside view. Yeah, this is proper simulation, Steve. Fuses used to blow back in the day, they just didn't tell the passengers. Get off the runway, you stupid pillock. This is so far so smooth. Oh, look at this. Okay, I'm veering now because I went outside and I shouldn't have went outside. I don't care if I go on the grass. I don't care. I just want to see the outside of the thing. I presume that stopping the engines isn't going to be such a big deal as starting them. So the only way I could get this damn thing started was using the slew commands. Because not even starting on the runway, where the flight sim would give you the engine start automatically, not even that works. So you literally have to learn how to properly start the thing. I'm definitely going to want to do that. These stutters are really annoying though. So random. I think we're on a taxiway or we're on something. We're definitely where vehicles go. Where is the handbrake? Oh, okay, it's you. Parking brake is there. Oh! 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 What? Why? Why? Guys! Shit! Shit! I told you we would get fires! Oh, why? Oh, for God's sake. Am I putting the thing out? Did I just come in on one engine? What the hell's going on? I'm trying to think, guys. I'm panicking. Because these switches annoy me. Because you've got to actually pull them. Oh, get back in. God, I have to press twice to get back in the plane. I can't make it come out. Where's the mouse gone? Right, up and down on the mouse isn't working. Is that all the way? Do you just pull like that and... How the frig do you get this out? I tell you what, there are times when you need a frigging co-pilot, and this is one of those things. I don't suppose we can have this guy, you know, extinguish. God damn it. So this is another thing you need to learn. First thing before learning how to fly the plane is how to operate the fire extinguisher. Do you hold it out? Does it even work when the plane's stopped? Do you hold it out and just keep pushing? Nothing's got nothing doing here. I don't know whether you hold it out or put it back in, or, you know, I don't know whether you do this behavior or just twist. First set valve, then pull handle hard. Yes. There. Pulled. Done. Don't give me this com frequency rubbish. Yeah. Except for one thing, the extinguisher's not really working. Maybe needs the engine running. I don't know. But at least you got to see an engine fire. But the last thing you want to see in your flight sim is this. I hate that my mouse keeps wandering off the screen as well. It always seems to just do it at times when you don't need it to. Well, it's supposed to put the fire out, I would imagine, but it's not doing that. So we're just going to burn forever and ever. It doesn't come out anymore. That's it. Why did it happen? Why did it happen? What got over temperature? These are my old temps. I would imagine the oil temp on the left engine's a little bit higher. I would have liked this to work. I would have thought you just pull and it just discharges. Maybe we've done that. Maybe it has discharged and there's nothing left in the fire extinguisher bottle. It's done. Now, I did mention that the plane can do or does do persistent state, meaning whatever condition you leave the plane in, that's how it is for the next flight. And I've not seen an option to turn that off. Okay, so I've taken the engine to bits and that's not helping. So electrical failure, yeah. Engine malfunction. So you can turn these off if you want. And I would probably realistic engine start. That would have started the engine with Control E. I would probably turn these off until I got more used to other features of the plane, and then I would start one by one, put that one on first, and then start that one. Just this would ensure that I'm flying the plane correctly if I don't get any malfunctions, and then maybe put this one on later. But left engine malfunction. Please restart the flight to have the engine something repaired, I would imagine. Yeah. Left engine malfunction. You think? You reckon? Yeah, it is a little bit of a malfunction going on there. What I want to know is how to get the Muzak. It doesn't tell you in the manual. It only mentions about music in the Adobe Acrobat PDF file called Radio Range Tutorial. That's it. And then we have the world charts. Yeah, I think I'm going to definitely sit through the tutorial. Select band as required, tune frequency as required. I mean, how do you check the fuses? Like, is it simply a case of zooming right the hell in and literally just making sure that the wire is still there across? Yeah, I mean, would you actually see a blown fuse? Oh, you had missing fuses. Well, there's some missing fuses in the other thing as well. Yeah, so these can break, guys. They can. They didn't have WD-40 back then, did they? Aha. So you raise the gear. Put gear lever in neutral position. Select ratchet mode, operate ratchet to raise lower gear. So if you wanted to lower the gear then, this probably will not work while we're on the ground, I would imagine. Yeah, it's just letting me work this. See, there's no control here. Oh, here we go. And then, I don't know, yeah, it's a ratchet, isn't it? So it'd be... Anyway. So it looks like... Looks like you literally have to go in here. And now these spare fuses, I guess when I use them up, they give me a new batch. I don't know what this one does, but let's put one in. I don't think it does anything. It's not labeled, so I guess we can put it down there. And this one, yeah, put that one down there. All these fuses look intact now, although, what about this one? Yeah, they're all intact. I wonder when one breaks, because definitely we lost the gear motor. That's a 30 amp fuse, and we lost that. The gear just didn't want to come down. But thankfully we got that replaced. And they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 spare fuses. This is one you don't want to burst. Yeah, I'd probably fly the plane with the fuse box open. Certainly not locked. because I'm going to be going in there every 5 minutes just to make sure. Check the fuses before you bring the gear down. How about that? Crumbs. Okay. Well, I'm going to learn this plane, and then I'll be back with another video with it to demonstrate this thing in more detail and how to get it all started and working. This is an amazing aircraft. I mean, it's brilliant. It's even got peepholes. Imagine the passengers just seeing you peeping out of it. Pilots looking at us. Yes. I think we have to be at a slightly different angle, don't we? It doesn't stay up. I want to carry on peeping. But it doesn't stay up. This is your captain. Had a little bit of a fiery, hot experience on the engine. That's the bad news. Good news, there's a barbecue going on outside. This probably wouldn't have helped. I can't turn to my left. Oh, there we go. I was locked there. We can pull the escape hatch and everybody can pile out. Or there is a door here that we can maybe use. Let's see if we can open this door from the inside. That would be a no. Can we do it from here? No, we can't. Would it count as catering? Or baggage? No. Okay. Have to do it from the outside then, perhaps. See, I can't turn right. I have to actually go to my left in order to turn right. That's kind of really bizarre. I don't know how to open the door. Maybe the only way is to do it this way. So that would be, I don't know which page we're up to. There we go. So that one and that one and that one. Oh, is there one for put the fire out? That would be a good one. I would appreciate that one. Okay, there we go. So now we can go along and stutter for no reason. I imagine all the passengers might be in here because most of them will have crapped themselves. Oh, okay, mirror's not working. Oh well. On reflection, I suppose I didn't really want it to work. There we go. Can I actually lock myself into the bathroom? Oh, there we go. It is. That's not even closed. That's not even closed. Come on. I don't want people looking in, seeing me. No. Engine's on fire. Yeah. Definitely Smokey and the Bandit. No! Don't, no! Oh, next, no, not the tap's gonna work? No. Really? Soap. Wash. Is that the water already in there? Yeah, the restroom has peepholes. Can you imagine? Pull a towel. Oh, don't tell me this works. In Concorde, the toilet works. You can lift the lid up, you can flush. Okay. Well, I don't want to see this thing on fire anymore. Such a beautiful plane. Now, let's take a look quickly before we go. We'll have a look at the liveries that you get with this. Awesome. For the money, guys, like worth everything. But I need to know how to fly this damn thing without setting it on fire. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I know that. I knew that before I downloaded and before I bought it. But it is what it is. Okay, so if we go to F12, so we have the Wing 42 livery, which is the developers. Got their own livery there, which is nice and cool. United Airlines, that's very similar to the one that we saw in the manual. Kind of no paint. Lufthansa. So there is frequencies, Morse code frequencies for Stuttgart and Nuremberg in one of the PDF files. But most of the frequencies I've seen has been for the USA. Chevron, standard limited. There'll be liveries coming out for this. You know, there's now over 50 liveries for Concorde in flightsim.to, which sounds great, but I don't want any of them. I've downloaded a couple, because what I don't want are the fake ones. Like someone's done an EasyJet livery for Concorde. That's not for me. It's not my kind of thing to have fake liveries on one of the most iconic planes like ever built. If not the most iconic plane ever built. I can't be putting an EasyJet or fake, KLM and all those like fake airline liveries that were never on Concorde in the first place. Can't be doing it. But we maybe see some nice ones for this. But I want to go for authenticity. So I've downloaded another Air France and a British Airways livery for Concorde, which we already had, but I think these ones are slightly higher res. This is Mexico. Líneas, what did it say? Just looking at some of the details on this, it just looks amazing. I was trying to read this before I got rudely interrupted by another view. It's very low res here, eh? Líneas Aéreas, Mexican. Okay, so this is lines, areas, Mexican. I don't know. Mexican Airlines, I guess. I don't know. Right. Líneas, lines, that's not areas, is it? United Airlines from 1941, which is the one that we were flying, and Empire Airlines, which is the one that Darth Vader likes to fly in. Yeah, also when you crash on the ground, like if your gear doesn't come out or whatever, the propellers will bend back. That looks like Pixar. Jesus. It looked like a Pixar plane. Look. The eyes. The plane had eyes. It definitely looked Pixar to me. The dirt on the wings and everything. So cool. Wow, what a plane. Okay. Here. Is it on this shot? No. Maybe after this one. I don't know. Yeah, very impressed. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah. For me, this is amazing. For the price, they could have asked a lot more money for this, and it would have been still worth it. So the fact that it's sitting at $20 is ridiculous for a plane of this with these details, and I wish them every success with it. The other plane that they've got is the Blériot. I think it's here, guys. I'm not sure. I didn't get this off Marketplace. I got it directly from the website, which is linked in the video description. But I think their other one is This one. Yeah, Wing 42, there you go. So they did this one as well. And this plane's more expensive. I paid 1467, I think it was, for this. Louis Blériot. Yes. In the year 1909. So you can imagine. No autopilot. It's a shame that the pictures here are blocked, but yeah, there must be a way of getting rid of this, is there? I know we can scroll up here, but you get all of these liveries. If they've put as much detail into these, I mean, you can tell here, just looking at the wood grain and everything, these Wing 42 guys really do go the extra mile. I would be scared to fly this thing. I mean, it's kind of got a Rolls-Royce kind of grille on the front there. I would be probably a little bit scared to fly this. Oh my God, it's got bicycle wheels. I'm sure everything works as it should. Oh, it literally is just wood, isn't it? I mean, it really just is. How brave of people. And then, this was in 1909, right? And then, in 1982, we had the space shuttle taking off. I mean, the space shuttle was being built, I believe, in the 70s. But it took off into space in 1982 from this. 1909. Concorde, space shuttle, all within 100 years. Commercial jets like the Boeings and the Airbuses, all within 100 years of this. Unbelievable. Obviously, it was pushed forward. The progress of aviation was accelerated greatly by the advent of 2 world wars, which pushed, but it just shows 100 years of development from basically a wooden box with essentially, I guess, paper kind of wings, like the very first flight, which was, what, 12 feet, I think? The Wright brothers. I think they had that plane made of balsa and paper, and it flew for 12 feet. And then within 100 years, we had the space shuttle. It's just like mind-blowing. Cars, the same. Cars around the same time, just before the turn of the 20th century. And now the sophistication we have in cars now is crazy. Yeah. So this is their other one. I don't know if this plane is in the marketplace. I'll have a look for it. I don't think so. I checked yesterday. No, it's not actually in the 247D is what it's called. It's not actually here yet. So you have to get it off their website. But I'd probably do that anyway, just to make sure that they get all the money, as opposed to, I don't know if Microsoft take a cut, but I'd rather the developer in this particular case, because we get so much out of the aircraft for the money. There's a Jerez. Okay, yeah, that the developer should get it. Same with computers. Yeah, honestly, it's like just the development of computers is so fast. It's incredible. I mean, we're at the point now where you can't even envisage 5 years down the line anymore, because you don't know what your smartphone is going to look like, or what technology is going to look like, or in 5 years I mean, the manufacturers have a 5-year plan, I'm sure, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, the development process and the power of, computing power and how it goes up. What's it called, that law? The law where the computing power doubles over a certain amount of time, with a certain amount of... There's a law for it, but I can't remember. Is it Moore's law? Is it Moore's law? Something about that. Yeah. I am so damn impressed with this plane, guys. So impressed. I need to learn how to fly this thing, like, as soon as possible. But yeah, we were here because America at the time was half in the darkness. So I wanted to fly from a plane. Telluride. Go Telluride. Telluride. There's a song about Telluride. Let's go there. Don't worry, I'm going to end the stream because I need to do Elite Dangerous in a little while. And I want to eat in between. Yeah, CD-ROMs were mind-blowing. Yeah. I guess they still are, if you think about it. If you think about the technology that they store music on that little silver film on a plastic disc, and the quality that you can get from it by just using a laser beam focused on bits, in slight indentations in the thing, it's incredible. Just even the CD-ROM today, it's out of date. People don't use them that much, but even if you think about how they work, the technology behind how they work, it's amazing. And before CD-ROMs, they had Laserdisc, didn't they? It is a fascinating... We can be very creative and resourceful species when we want. And then, what was that click? It's a bit snowy in Telluride, guys. Does that mean we need a different oil? What the hell was that noise? Straight thing, I'm going for temperature. Okay, 40. We're still okay on the same oil then. That's the first thing I'm looking at now, is outside temperature to make sure we got the right oil. Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to taxi out of here. Oh, that ladder's still there. Did I leave that there from last time? Well, that can't be right. You can't leave the same ladder on a different airport. So if I had a blown fuse on my last flight, would it still be blown now? Do I get my fuses back? No. Damn. It's remembered. I didn't get my little box of fuses here. Uh-oh. So this persistent thing, we can turn it off, right? Oh, God. Maybe there's a little hidden switch somewhere. Can we just pull the checklist down, please? I wonder whether we can turn it off, the persistence. I don't mind it, but I'd like to have the option to turn it off, though. Oh. And it would also be a cool thing to have passengers on the seats as you do the weights and balances here. So the more you put in, the more is going on here. Let's see if they can fix this with... Is that working? I don't know. No. I wonder why they're not preparing the aircraft. What's going on here then? With the red? Have we got too much fuel? Payload is minus. Quite how they worked that out, I don't know. So, I don't know what the minimum requirement is for a pilot in weight. But we can take the mail away. We can take passengers away. Okay. So the max is 3.6, we're at 2.2. That's not too bad then. If we go all the way. Okay, so 100%, well, nearly 100%. Yeah, we're in there. But we're going to need to adjust the CG position. I'm sure we used to be able to do it with this bloody thing. I'm sure this altered this dial. Doesn't seem to want to do that anymore. So we've got too much weight at the back, so let's get rid of a few passengers. We have to do the same thing with Concorde. Oh, God almighty. Why has that come back? None of the, like passenger 9 and passenger 10, have got nothing to do with each other. That's not even altering. I don't understand this. They're not all supposed to go up in order like this with the same numbers. That's not supposed to, that's not how it works. You fill in the co-pilot first, then the co-pilot, then maybe the stewardess, and then you start adding passengers, and then luggage. It's supposed to do it like that. And hitting reset doesn't do anything. Okay, there you go. It gives me the pilot, the co-pilot, and the stewardess. And we can add passengers if we want to. But they are supposed to go up. See, that's not right. Ugh. Okay. I don't know why this make it so is not happening. It's supposed to redo all the weights and the balances, but it's not working. It did the first time around. So, are we in a persistent state? Well, let's find out. We are, because look, these radio switches. So let's leave those two off, and let's move that dial to there. Right? And down here, let's just move this lever up there. Okay. Bye-bye. And we'll start a brand new flight and see if it's remembered. So we'll map, and we'll start over here this time. Only took 3 attempts. Is there a fuse store? Hey, Tim Humphreys, sorry man, and Happy Shrapnel. Sorry I didn't get to you sooner. I can see you. I saw your comments. Yeah. Yeah, there is you get a little tin with fuses in, but then they go into the spare fuses slots. I'm assuming when you use them all up, you get a new tin. I hope so, because if they don't give us a new box of fuses, well, they have to, don't they? But there must be, like I said, there must be a way of doing this persistent setting, so that we don't have to have it persistent if we don't want to. So I guess for proper navigation, you would just go in little nav map and literally plot A to B, airport to airport. None of this routing or anything. And then in here, you would just fly via the AM radio. Okay, so it hasn't remembered this dial, this lever, let's call it. It's remembered these switch positions, and it's remembered this. That's great. So now everything that I left on, including the battery, damn it. Look, it's remembered switch positions. What's going on here? Oh, okay. So what we would need then is a button to reset the plane, essentially. God, that actually works. Yeah. Doesn't give you any numbers though. I mean, I've got things that I've pressed and fiddled with, and now it's telling me that they're all still in that state. Oh boy, oh boy. Left the light on. I've got to make sure that the power is off on everything, otherwise it's going to drain the battery. And I don't know how to top the battery. Where's the ampere meter? Amp meter. There is one. What's this? That's the actual clock. I guess that's local time. Ammeter. There is an ammeter. Yeah, this one. Right? Is it? Is that in a good place? It doesn't look like it is. Ampere meter. That's below the 0. Is that good? Oh, yeah, the nav light was draining it. See, you have to get everything off. And then there's the radio volume control here. Com frequency dial. How do you change the other numbers? Oh, okay. Oh, I can't believe how old this is. What happens when you drain the battery? I know there is something on the exterior of the plane where... Oh, wrong button. I'll get it in a second. I do have a habit of pressing lots of wrong buttons. So, maintenance. That's 1, 2, 3. So, battery. Opening the battery compartment. Okay. Now what? So if I leave realistic engine start off, then Control E should start the engines. He says, with all confidence. So the battery compartment is open. I've got a feeling we're going to need to slow this down. Oops, yeah, we're going to need to slow the drone down. So here's the battery. As you can see, it's one of the most sophisticated ones that we could get. But I can't do anything with it. What happens if the battery dies, or if, like this, can we hook it up to anything? Can we charge it? There's not letting me click anywhere, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 separate batteries in series, right? Yeah, there's nothing clickable in here. Okay. So this is for maintenance. So you place the oil pans. Maybe the act of opening and closing the battery compartment does charge it up. Maybe that's what that does. That's for topping up the oil. Okay, we've got that. That previous page went to the wrong page. So if I... Okay, so now the battery compartment is closed. Open it again. Does it just click? Is it just... Oh, no, it is animated. Okay. So, does that give us a fresh battery now? But no clue. I'd have to read through. Yeah, okay. I'll go through the tutorial on this and then we'll take a look and see what's going on with it. Because it clearly needs babying, this thing. All right. You'll have to crank the engine. What, to charge the battery, keep the battery charged? Yeah, I see, yeah, if the battery runs out, we'll have to, we'll have to crank it. I don't know. It's fun. I will read through the tutorial, guys, and I will come back a much more informed person. That's for sure. So yeah, there it is, www.wing42.com. Do I recommend it? What do you guys think? Yeah, definitely, 100%. It's one of the best modeled and physically done planes I've got in my fleet. 100%. And for the price bracket, it's crazy. Crazy good. Yeah. Oh, the seats are now green. Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'll be back with Elite Dangerous a little bit later, and we'll carry on pushing across the Trojan belt and see what the hell we're going to find this time, because yesterday's stream was amazing. And, yeah. I don't know what all this is. Every time I see something with a hinge, I think it's openable. All right. I am so keen to learn about this thing. Right, anyway, that's going to wrap it. So until then, guys, thanks you for being here and sticking with me, and I will be back in a couple of hours. Okay, till then, thank you. Bye for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed.